amazing and also humbling. So this has been the culmination of about a decade of work, again with an amazing team that's grown from very small to now quite large, and seeing the technology validated, coming up from the concept all the way through with a very sort of operational focus to develop some technology that actually works in the real world right now. And to move on to build a full-scale aircraft that's going to change the way we move around the planet. It's awesome. I couldn't be happier.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us on today's Hover stream. We have the usual suspects here. We have Anthony, Hover Mega Bull, that you all know, and we have Mark Berry, aerospace pilot engineer, joining us in the chat. And just like Anthony, we have here Det Smiles, who is a big Hover bull, also knows a lot about Hover. These two are our encyclopedia for Hover, and Mark Berry brings the real-world expertise of a pilot and engineer to the mix. We have different things we're going to discuss today, but before we get into the topic of Hover, I just want to mention every time trying to make some small improvements to the channel. So we have new live stock ticker up top of the evtol prices. We have this awesome new little evtols flying around New York City as the background today. And then we have official channel partner now, which is just my business, asuline.com. I build websites for people. And yeah, if anyone wants to be a channel partner, obviously I'm the only and first one to show everyone. But if anyone wants to reach out, we'll probably make it very cheap. I want to start maybe having some funds for this channel to be able to do more things and grow it, and also do some travel stuff and go to some headquarters. So that'd be fun. And let's see where we can get with that. But I don't really want to ask people individually. So if you have a business or something you want to just kind of promote, could be anything, let me know. Just DM me. And yeah. Well, let's move on to some Hover chat. Anthony, you want to get us started?
Sure. So I was thinking about different things today, and I was thinking about how there's different types of stories. There's fictitious stories, and then there's real stories. And we get lots of different types of stories in the publicly traded companies, and I really like the quote unquote story that Hover is communicating to people. They've been coming out on their website with a video every week now. 1 month ago to the day, it was connecting communities about rural. Before that, after that was all weather, the FIKI certification and so forth, and then 1 week before that was why hybrid matters. And then the grand finale 6 days ago was 75% cheaper per seat mile than a helicopter, 97 cents, which we went over the other day when I was mentioning to you guys that the website said $1.90 something, but then the earnings call he said about $1. And then I was wondering if we was going the Walmart route where we're rounding it down, but no, these guys are not going the Walmart route, rounding it down to trick consumers. It is 97 cents per seat mile. I thought that was very interesting. And yeah, I think the communications that they're putting out into the atmosphere are fantastic. They're just marching along. Last thing I'll say is you can practically memorize that stock chart. It's a big climactic triangle with a escalating line to the right, and it's just marching along. Market conditions, whatever. We're just building it. More believers every centimeter that thing goes up. More believers to the program. It's beautiful. Thank you very much, Brandon Robinson and the Hover crew, for doing a good job.
Pulling up the livestock. Give me a second. And yeah, I don't know if there's any particular news you guys wanted to go over. I know here, I'll pull up the stock and we can discuss that.
The news I want to hear what Joshua's got to say. That man's been percolating. That guy's a genius over here. He's been studying probably like confidential paperwork or something like that. I want to see what he's got to say. That's what I'm curious about.
Well, we got those cash tag awards coming up. It'd be great if everybody could vote for Hover for the best retail investor relations team.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Do you want to what should I pull up for that? Let's explain them what that means. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, so there's an award ceremony, and then obviously if Hover wins, it's free publicity, which we love. So the more people that could vote for Hover, the better.
How can they vote?
So there is a link I put on the Reddit. There's also one I put up on StockTwits. It's the cash tag awards through StockTwits. I think I also posted another link on Webull. So there's 3 places you could find it.
Okay. I'm gonna pull up the Reddit real quick. And a little quiet. All right. So we don't have
the other thing is our short interest is rising. Our volume's going down. It's going up in price. It's getting really bullish. I think it's going to squeeze soon.
Yeah,
that's what we like to hear.
It has really consolidated at the $1.90, $1.85, pops up to $2.05. It's kind of just sitting in that range.
It's just hovering, baby.
Yeah. The fact that it's tested, twice over twice its value is nice. And I think just a little bit of catalyst and it'll pop again. What do you think with the whole just macro everything that's going on in the world right now? And just investors are finicky. You see this across a lot of the tech sector. Like I would think Ondas would have taken off big time being a drone company, but it hasn't yet. But it's like the support's there, the spring's getting compressed, and I don't know. It kind of feels the same way with Horizon, and I won't say much about Archer, but
I'm not sure about that. But real quick, I did. Does this work based on your IP or something? This is interesting. Was it that easy? Everyone should get on this link and do this. I didn't even need to make an account or anything. Here,
if you have a StockTwits account, I think it's automatic. I'm not quite sure if you don't have a stock account, or a StockTwits account, then maybe you have to sign up to do it. I'm not sure.
I have a StockTwits account only on my phone. I never logged in on the computer, so I don't know how it knows. But either way, it's not letting me pick another ticker. I nominated Hover here for best retail investor relations team.
Well, I would try to do it from every device you can find.
Yeah. Let me share this link to people. This is really easy. And yeah, is this all we care about? Best retail investor relations team? That's what we need to vote for?
Yeah, let's all focus on that. I mean, obviously there's other categories. You can vote for other stocks that you like or other people you like, but for Hover, let's all focus. Let's all, be on the same game plan, and let's try to get that award.
Yeah. Best market innovation. Might as well put Hover also for that. Oh,
and they're already up for a similar award in Canada, so it's right in the same category. We might as well chase it.
Yeah, I think for all the options, you can only choose Hover for 2 or 3 of them. It was the investor relations one, and then there's like one for like favorite ticker. And I think it's just the 2. There might have been a third one, but then like the other ones are like different categories of stock market stuff.
Financial creator.
Yeah, I only went to the one and I clicked Hover and that was it. So
Yeah.
Well, you guys can vote for me for financial creator of the year. Oh, that's funny. All right, so let's talk hover. I think we're losing the folks here. Yeah, I don't know. You guys wanted to go live. What's new?
How many we got on?
What should I pull up? What do we have? We have stock twits. You guys should vote for. Price is just hovering around. I don't know
time
what
to grab
progress
more
is
shares
there.
and accumulate before it pops.
Yep.
They have been posting a lot of those YouTube videos sharing what's up. I mean, should I open any particular video? Do you guys want to talk about anything specific? What do we want to get into here?
I like that. The recent one, 97% cheaper. People love slashing prices. That's fantastic. That's like, very practical bullet point. I like them all. You know what I mean? They're all good. They're all great.
Okay. Anthony, you really wanted to go live today. I'm like, there's nothing new to discuss. So what are we gonna go over?
I was giving you guys an opportunity to go. Well,
Well, I think that I think they're in a position right now where for the next 9 months until they start rolling out an actual airplane, like they really don't have anything to lose. Like I can't see of any bad press that can come out because they're in the development phase already, unless they came out and they were just like, yeah, we were wrong, this ain't gonna work. There isn't a whole lot to drive down sentiment. I think that you'll continually get progress, and that's why you're seeing an uptick of their videos coming out. Unlike the other competitors that are out there that have flying aircraft and that have really put their word out there saying, well, we're going to get, like, Joby just went into TIA and announced that they've started TIA testing. So like that clock has started, and it's like, all right, I expect you now by the fall or the end of the year, you better be through and almost certified. Archer, the same. Like they've got, they've just did they convert with a pilot, or did they just hover with a pilot? I don't even know at this point. But they've got a lot to prove still, and they may not prove it. So there's a lot of downward risk to the other competitors compared to hover, which really has like a 6 to 9 month window where it's going to be a bit quiet, because it's going to be quiet, but from a downward standpoint, or but there could always be positive sentiment. Your possibility of a positive news coming out compared to negative news is probably much greater, especially until they get to their built test article and into first flight next year. So, reasons to drive the price down, I can't think of many, but reasons to drive the price up, I think that there's just a lot more possibility.
Yeah, that's a great point. And especially with videos like this, as people discover more about it. This is actually a really great video. It's super simple. And 6 days, 24K views it already has. One of their best videos, actually, really, already in 6 days. This one also 42K views. Like, just directly talking about the product, showing awesome videos of the product. I mean, that's what people want to see. And like, this is a new type of product. People are waiting for this. This is awesome. I just don't know how long, but it's awesome to actually get these video updates. You're right. Yeah. By the way, Z-Stacker here has 99% in hover, I guess, is what he means. That's pretty crazy.
All in.
Wow. Yeah. I didn't know. I wonder what's your other 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, his is like mine. Mine looks like a Hover savings account.
Yep, me too.
They just have nose to the grindstone. Not too sure what that means. But what
Nose
are
to
you
the
guys?
yeah, just keep your nose to the grindstone, like head down working.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah. What are you guys' thoughts on the lawsuits with Archer and something about toilet paper? What?
yeah. So
Do you know what he's talking about?
if I understand it correctly, I don't understand it completely, but I think like Joby was Archer basically claimed like is suing Joby for like that they claimed that they were an all-American company, but then they looked at their supplier list and their supplier is like all of it's a lot from China. And I do stand to be corrected if I'm wrong here. And when they dug into it deeper, it's like Joby is like literally buying like it's like merch. Like they're getting their merch from China, but they then have them as a supplier, and Archer's using that as a basis to like, oh look, your suppliers are all out of China. You're not an American company. If I understand it correctly, I could be wrong.
I believe so, and I think it had something to do with when somebody looked at the log books for what was supposed to be in the shipping containers or whatever. Like it was just random stuff, like random like knickknacks or random clothing items or something,
Mhm.
like socks and stuff, and hence maybe the toilet paper, I guess. And then when they looked further, like that's what their stuff was coming on. Because that's how they were flying under the radar, I guess, on bringing this stuff in. It was logged as just like random banal items or something like that. I haven't seen any proof, but that's what I heard.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think all of these if you've got, you have all these different companies that are now all suing each other. I think it's probably just the phase of where they're at, because if you can knock one out or give them bad press, you're not revenue generating yet. So if you can knock their stock price down or you can give them bad sentiment, you're going to try to do it. So every one of these companies has lawyers, and that's what lawyers do. They sue. So they're like looking for any excuse. Some are more valid than others. I think it's kind of just white noise that you're going to hear, and it's stuff that you're going to have to deal with. It's like going on a hike, right? Like you want to go on a hike, you want to go on this journey. Well, on the journey, there's like mosquitoes, and you're just gonna have to like you're gonna get a couple mosquito bites along the way, and it's annoying, but you're still gonna really enjoy the view. And 10 years down the road, you're not going to remember the mosquitoes. You're going to remember the beautiful view that you saw and the great journey that you went on. So it's just,
Yeah, that's a good point. And most
they're talking
companies,
points.
yeah, if they're just little things, outsourcing from China, it's really no big deal. I'm not that surprised. I guess the only validity here is like they're saying here, it's wrapping itself in like an American flag, but they're getting like tax dollars and stuff from the the Unleashing American Drone Dominance executive order, which I guess, but I don't know. Does that mean they have to buy everything in America?
I would say prove it. Okay, prove it in court.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see how it goes in court. Yeah. I mean, are they not allowed to? Why do they have to go to court about this?
Well, if they're being sued.
Why? They're claiming that everything is actually made in America, like every little thing.
I don't know. I've not taken the time. I've not had time to actually look at the suit. As I said before we went on the channel, I've gotten pretty busy with this new venture that I'm on, and so I really don't follow Archer much anymore, other than what I hear just colleagues saying about it, and then and Joby kind of the same way. It's like, all right, not that I'm disenchanted, but I'm also like, yeah.
I've also taken a little bit less.
When they get there, they'll get there.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm holding my shares and riding the wave.
Yeah.
But honestly, for these other companies, Joby and Archer, I'm thinking I should maybe start selling when they come back up. But
If you're
Hover,
positive, yeah.
yeah, I don't know. That's
I mean,
that is a big surprise. I haven't heard of. That's the biggest like negative sentiment from Joby I've heard in a while.
Mhm.
Really, they had a
Yeah.
bear report. I don't know.
Joby, yeah. I mean, Joby's doing what Joby does. They're gonna. I think they were a little bit optimistic in their earnings. In hindsight, I look back and I'm like, man, they were a bit optimistic in their or in their earnings call back in October or whenever it was when Jobin came out and I'm gonna pound my fist on the table. We're almost ready to go. Like we're ready to take the final exam. And I was expecting like 1st of January, okay, we're entering TIA. And now it's like, okay, yeah, it's now March and they're entering it, but it's 2.5 months in the big scheme of aircraft programs. Like, that's not too big a deal. Um, you know, he can. They're still making progress. But
Okay. By the way, I wanted to mention this comment. This is an interesting one. Noah says, "Let's go, Hover baby." He's about to do a persuasive speech about them for his public speaking class. I had a public speaking class in college. It's pretty fun. Got to raise awareness. That'd be awesome. I hope you record that, and if you can share with us, that'd be really cool to see. I'm assuming it's a sort of like elevator pitch about Hover and why they should take a look or invest. That'd be really cool. And Z Stacker says it's cash, and what the 1% is cash and BMNR. Interesting.
I think it's Bitmine.
Interesting. I never really looked in BMNR.
That's Tom Lee's world.
But anyways, that's like 1% of his thing. So Hover all the way. Yeah. So Hover's not getting any lawsuits. No new short reports. I don't know. There is no reason for it to actually be going down. And people like us, some of us have daily buys. So I don't know who's selling, but Hover's actually doing real. I'm real comfortable where it's at. If we look at here, let me pull up the trend lines a bit again.
Yeah. Decimals, what is the percentage in short? You said it's rising. What is that number?
Well, the free float were roughly 10%.
Can you explain what the free float, what that means?
So like we have like 40, I don't know, or 50 million shares, let's say, and Brandon owns so much and Kanzo owns so much. Those are locked up.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever's left over becomes your free float. So we're roughly like 26 or 27 million free float, and we're short about 2.65 million shares.
Of that free float.
Of that free float, yeah. So about 10% of the free float is short, and our volume's been going down, and it looks like it's getting ready.
So when you hear days to cover, is that an average of your volume compared to the free float, or compared to the shorted shares?
Right. So it's a 2.65 million short. They're basically doing an average of whatever the volume was over the last 2 weeks and coming up with how many days it would take to cover it based on that volume. Now,
If
obviously,
everyone was
when people
buying at that
start
volume.
covering, volume will spike. It'll happen a lot faster, all that stuff. And that's where you get the squeeze.
Yep.
So be ready with your finger on the trigger, boys.
Yeah,
or pile in.
Yeah, that is kind of astonishing that the volume's been going down and the short interest is the same or going up, yet the stock is slightly uptrending. That is interesting.
Yeah, it's uptrending under low volume, which is very bullish. So to me, it's all positive. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So the moment we have some high volume, it should only uptick.
Boom.
Or some sort of news.
Yeah. Well,
I
what
think
did
the
he say?
chart I have here is about accurate then.
Yeah.
Last time we got the news on May 15th. Imagine we get it again. Too
So
soon.
if we go back, say, I mean, if you go back a year, can you go back a year on this chart? I mean, where were we at? We were down a year ago at this time. We were like way down in the like sub dollar, right?
Yeah, like
Actually,
45
no, this
cents.
is 24. 25.
Yeah,
March here, yeah, March.
That's a
25.
different year.
No,
that
this
was
is
So
last
that
year.
25.
spike there is December.
No,
So
this is a year ago. We were here
Exactly.
at 48
Exactly. Yeah.
cents.
Yeah.
So, and what is your opinion? What drove it? Was it first flight of their demonstrator when
Yes,
it converted?
yes, exactly
And
that right here, May 15, like I said.
yeah, and then it basically just kept going.
Yep, this
Like
is when they
that
showed
was
it on
its
YouTube.
yeah, that was like the unveiling of the prom queen.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, I mean it
Yeah.
10x'd right then.
Yeah, that's
Or
why I'm
almost.
so bullish when it happens again, when they show the X7 full scale.
And what was the
A
next
video like
catalyst to
that.
drive up to 450?
Over here, what was that? September 19, 18. What was
Or
September 18?
was that just overall market excitement?
Overall,
Like,
it was kind of both. It was kind of both. Like after the transition flight, that's when it had that first spike up after like a month of going up, and then it just went that little coil for like 2.5 months or whatever, just kind of coiling upwards. And then September 17th, somewhere around
wasn't
there.
that when the Tesla video came out and everyone thought Tesla may be getting into the game?
No,
And
no.
everyone started looking at evtols.
It was around that time. It was in that general area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think it was just like it was like what like yeah, I think it was just the market and just the pressure, and I think more people were talking about it around that time too, because that's around the time they started promoting a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's larger organizations
It
and
was
stuff.
eVTOL news. It was I see September 17, Archer and Joby joined White House eVTOL pilot program. That's probably when they announced the drone dominance, which eVTOLs were included on there.
Yeah. So it was just really overall market sentiment at that point because everything was going nuts then. That's when Joby went to 20, spiked like to 15 and 20, and Archer spiked to 14.
So this rise was due to the actual product, and this rise was artificial due to the market sentiment. And as
No,
you
the
can
other
see,
way
we
around.
haven't actually recovered from this one. We've pretty much we're at like the top of that May 15th product unveil.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the first
Which really
one
gives you a good
yeah.
I'm sorry, gives you a good bottom. It's just like, all right, we're that's a good foundation.
Hell yeah. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and I like how we're really like, we're just hitting higher bottoms. It's like going off this line perfectly. This line was made probably, I think I made it when I had just this and like this bottom or these two bottoms. And then boom, we hit these 1, 2, 3 more times. And we're kind of just gonna hover around like that. Upward, trending upward.
Well,
I mean,
it's
it's looking real
right
good
now, so we're gonna pop up.
Yeah.
Oh,
now if you test the high trend, like go out and draw a line between your highs and see what that looks like.
Yeah, because it's a nice big triangle right now. We're gonna break out soon.
Yeah.
So we got a little hovering, and then up to high of like $2.80, $3. I gotta extend these lines, but
That looks beautiful.
well, it's
Looks like a
actually
spindle,
that's
a reverse spindle.
What is he doing?
Yeah, Matan. What?
I don't
All
think
right.
he knows what the wedge is, man.
Hey,
I think he's
Matan.
lost.
Matan, save that, and then
What you're
what
doing
we're
is
actually looking at is a
bullish megaphone.
forecasting genius because the stock price is actually going to exactly mimic what you're doing right there.
You're
We're gonna
laying
be like,
out a
how did
bullish
he know?
megaphone pattern, dude.
I'm going based off the highs right here. You see this high, this high.
Yeah.
Okay, it can.
It's all
it can
connected.
come back up to that high, and go back down. Like if it does, the theory is here simple. If it does have a breakout, it's gonna break out to this line and come back down. So it might be good to sell around $3 mark here. You know, around May, we might hit a high of like $4. So it depends what time. But it doesn't matter for us because we're holding for at least the next year when the product unveiling is going to announce.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this chart will really look like I can't even make it. I'm trying to show $50, but
Hey, Matan, do you ever use the fib retracement tool?
The Fibonacci tool?
Yeah, the Fibonacci retracement tool.
Yeah, here, you want to see?
You should go from our 418 high and then pull it down to our $1.16 low. Bam. After our big spike, and then look at your fib levels. You know what I'm talking about?
Hold on. Oh, wait. Say that again. From the 418 highs.
Yeah, you pull your fib
right now,
from the top of the 418 high and then down to the 116 low. That's where you start it, right? And then pull down to the 116 low, and now you're going to have your full retracement. So those are going to be like your fib levels, and then if you have the extensions above it, you'll be able to see all the extended levels.
$13.
Your extended level at 160% of 418 is 618.
Oh, from like the 1.168.
Yeah, so you're going to be like around $6 and change right there. So like, see, like those are your fib levels right now. We go and we break through our retracement levels before we pop through the 4, and then it's wide open to 6. And then if we break 6, what's after 6?
What is this? We're doing this by summer. Okay.
On my retracement, it goes to 9, 12, and then 14.
I'm going to have to clean this up afterwards.
And then I have larger retracements that go from 6 and go from 12. So, I mean, you can lay it out however you want, but the honestly, retracement tool is really helpful.
Even if you just don't know what you're doing, guys, however you want to chart it, it looks, right now, really bad, but it looks very bullish. I really ruined this. I need to fix it later. Okay. There needs to be an undo button. Robinhood. Tens, hundreds of billions of dollars. They can't have an undo button. Anyways. Yeah, so however you make this chart, it looks real good. And I think that's enough of my technical analysis.
I wanted to bring something up. I was talking to Kelly on X, and she brought something to my attention. She had an opinion, and she thought it was very good. And it made sense to me. And then you guys, you know a lot more about certification and all that kind of stuff, and like drones and all that stuff than I do. So I figured I'd pose it to you guys, and then you'd tell me what you think. So Brandon has said that they're focusing on the X7. He has said that critical cargo and so forth, rural stuff will be first, critical cargo, right? So she was saying that she thought it was possible that they could build the full scale 6,000 pound X7 and then use it with no people inside just to deliver stuff autonomously. And that would potentially bypass certain certification aspects since there's no people in it. Now I'm not sure what that entails, or if it's literally like they could do that to get the data about how it works when there's no people in it, but also still delivering stuff and making some coin on the side. I wasn't really sure how all the ins and outs of that could manifest, but I thought that that as a fundamental idea did seem very practical, because that does seem like a very practical way to do things. I was curious what you guys thought about it and its potential variables and so forth.
Um, yeah, go ahead, Mark.
No, go ahead.
No, I wasn't too sure if I understood it right. I was just gonna ask.
I
ahead,
think
Mark.
that I mean anything is possible, but from what we've always learned from Brandon is he's very like his militaristic his military background is follow the mission plan, follow the mission plan. We're gonna do what we say. So I think that we'll just continue to follow. He's gonna, if an opportunity really arises for it, you could get that. Yeah, if someone steps up and says, "Yeah, we want to get an autonomous deployed asset right away," they could do that. But I think he also doesn't want to kind of just. I could see Brandon as the CEO just being like, "No, we're not deviating from what our original plan has always been."
Well, no, the original plan has actually been amphibious, and they deviated from that because the industry.
Was it amphibious?
It was, and the industry and where the money is at changed. That's actually a valid point.
Could.
And let me restate it more simply. So basically, they build the full scale, okay? And then at that point, because they got Jamil and whoever's going to test fly it, but first they're going to lights on, then they're going to taxi, then they potentially could have two, one for regular takeoff, one for vertical, then do it all at some point. But I guess the basic concept is they could build the full scale, and then at some point, they could potentially just make it autonomous and get it to like do its thing that way. Like that's the basic question. Like
I don't see why not. By the way, Mark, if you're looking it up, look up the X3. It was the X3 prototype was the amphibious one until they changed it.
I'll take a look. I will admit I'm actually working at the moment too. So.
Oh no, all good.
So
I could pull it up if anything, but I actually have pulled up Joshua's technical analysis. If you guys wanted to see real quick that we spoke
Actually,
about.
the fundamental question I want to ask that I didn't know the answer to was this. What's the difference? Like, is there a threshold where something breaks out of a quote unquote like drone legality? Like, because in the end, couldn't they just make the 6,000 pound thing, make it autonomous, and then people just see it flying around doing all these things, and then it's like, yeah, and we're gonna put people in it, obviously, but like legally could you do that? Like, you know what I mean? It's not like you got it. There's as much certification for drone stuff, even though
it's not like, going to be a drone.
It can't but like a 6,000 pound drone's what I'm saying. I'm saying like you make the whole thing like your autonomous Tesla. Like it's a damn Tesla. Everybody knows it's a car. You drive it, but you can hit a button and it drives you around. What if legally you could get the car on the road faster if it didn't have a human driving? It was autonomous, right? So if there's legal things where like a drone doesn't need as much certification, what's the difference? Is there a legal code that says a drone maxes out at 4,000 pounds? I don't know. You know what I mean? That's why I was asking you guys. You see what I'm saying? Because what's the difference? Why can't they make the 6,000 pound, make it autonomous? Boom, it's doing all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? And then they could work on the other stuff. I'm just saying it seems possible.
I'll tell you, there is some weight limits. I know with the drones.
Okay.
You have I don't know if it's 150 milligrams or how many grams or whatever. If it's super lightweight, you can fly anywhere, any place. It doesn't matter because anything will destroy it. Like you can practically fly it anywhere.
Yeah.
If it's a certain weight, most drones are above that certain ultra lightweight. It has to be registered. You can't fly it anywhere you want. There's regulations on where you can fly it. Obviously, not near airports and certain things. When it gets to a certain weight, above what is it, 150 pounds or 250 pounds, it's completely a different classification. I don't know what the names are, but yeah, there is definitely weight limits. And then obviously if it's carrying people, then it's not a drone. It's transportation, flying device.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. No, the regulation to it all, there is none right now. Actually, it's all new. They're going to be building it, I think, just like the eVTOL. Like it's part of that. I think. I could be wrong, but I mean, I know there's stuff with autonomous aircraft already. All of them are autonomous, but like this is a little bit different. I don't know, Mark, you might know more about
Yeah.
that.
If you're gonna fly commercially and have something autonomous, you need to have. Right now, the whole beyond visual line of sight is the hindrance, and they don't really have the airspace sparsed out appropriately to where you can have beyond visual line of sight flying. Because like for myself, I'm out there flying around. Yeah, autonomously. Yeah, like you got to have someone seeing what's going on, so you don't run into somebody else. Because I could be out there flying like a couple days ago. I was like, I'm gonna go take the airplane up, and there I am at 400 feet over the Atlantic, buzzing the coast. And if some drone came flying through there autonomously and smashed right into me, I'd be like, shit, that sucked, right? So they need to have it to where it would have to be controlled. It would have to have sensors to be able to first fly away from other aircraft, like a Tesla, can see and move away from a car that's going to run into it. But all of that comes down to the regulatory bodies of like the FAA of, okay, how do we space out the airspace so these things can fly through them autonomously or be controlled by a computer, which is also looking at manned aircraft and just keeping them away from anything else that's out there flying. And we just don't have that infrastructure in place yet.
That makes a lot of sense.
Some companies, or I think there's Whisk. Whisk is at the forefront of that. They're going to be.
They are.
At Sergey Brin, they're going to work. They're working probably closely with the government on regulating and doing all of that. So that there's other companies though.
And it is in the works. It's not like and there's nothing to say that by the time in a couple of years, when Horizon has they've got their first X7, they've tested it, they've done all this stuff, they could be like, all right, well, the regulatory framework is there, let's put the sensors on it that's required, and then this thing can go off and they can demonstrate it. And then they could say, yeah, we're going to build just an autonomous flying airplane to fly cargo or fly stuff around Canada and whatnot. It all comes down to what the government's going to let you do.
Breaking news, guys. Breaking news.
All right. Wait 10 seconds so we can all just go like this.
You gotta wait 10 seconds because it takes me a minute to share screen and do all this. I have to unshare the other one. It's annoying. Stop it and then. Okay, this just came out on Monday. I didn't see this. The U.S. Department of Transportation, the future of aviation is here. Trump's Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy and FAA unveiled 8 selections for the pilot program testing the next generation.
EIPP.
Yeah. Yes, we're waiting for this. I forgot about this. I didn't know it was announced 2 days ago.
It was breaking 2 days ago.
Yeah, it was breaking 2 days ago. I'm out of the loop, guys. But wow. Oh, we have here Archer, Beta, Electra, I love Electra, awesome company. And Joby, the only one not public here is Electra. I wish you could invest. We have here for the tech. Okay, wait. By the way, this is for Post Authority for New York and New Jersey. All right. Yeah, there's different. Okay, and wait, there's different locations. And then this is multiple industries will collaborate on 12 different operational concepts across New England, including eVTOL passenger operations in Manhattan Heliport. Interesting. What are the 12 different ones? Did they announce them? Oh, here we have urban air taxi services that we all know. Regional passenger transportation. We want to see Hover take that one. Cargo and logistics. Hover could be good in that one. Emergency medical response operations. Autonomous flight technologies that we were just talking about. And offshore and energy sector transportation. That's interesting. Hover can do that one as well. All right, in Texas, we have Archer, Beta, Joby, and Whisk that we just talked about. These will be doing regional flights connecting Austin, Dallas, San Antonio, and eventually Houston with the air taxi network expand. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Do you guys know about all this yet?
Yeah, it's awesome.
I knew when it was announced. Yeah, when it came out and it was announced.
Oh, well, this is news to me.
Did Joby and Archer pop off that news, or was
They
it
did a little
suppressed
bit.
by a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I don't see Hover anywhere yet here. This is no bueno.
You're not going to see Hover because Hover's not an American company.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's USA.
That's right. Well, at least these companies are. Wow, they're Electra, Beta. Electra is doing good. Okay, they're not all in all of them, but let's see. This one is across 13 states, regional, and then essential air service programs. I'm assuming cargo and medical, maybe. What is essential air service programs?
Is that a particular? Is that Electra?
Electra and Beta will be doing this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very cool. Great for them. Oh, interesting, because Joby and Archer are super short. They can't do regional.
Yep.
Terrible. Florida. What do we have going on in Florida here? A statewide effort featuring multiple industry partners will include 3 phases of operations focused on cargo delivery, passenger transportation, and automation and medical response. Wow, all of them are happening.
There you go.
Supported by a significant public and private investment. We have Archer, Beta, Electra, Joby, and other. Who's other on all of these? Damn. I wonder who other is. Probably Eve. Eve might be one of the other ones because Eve is in Florida, and Eve does all the stuff. I don't know. Why do they not name any other companies? What's all other? We have in North Carolina, which, by the way, I just saw a video. The North Carolina is like leading the way in aviation. We got the Boom company, and then some other awesome companies.
Jet Zero.
Yes, Jet Zero. They talked about, I think, in the video.
Both of those companies are wanting. Yeah, I did. Both of those companies have given commitments that they're going to build in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Boom has built the facility at Greensboro already. And Jet Zero has plans for it, and then Honda Jet is at Greensboro right now. So Greensboro's,
really? Wow.
Yeah, Greensboro is becoming a fairly large aerospace hub for manufacturing.
Interesting. All these places are states. We have North Carolina, as we spoke about, but we have city of Albuquerque. Should be maybe Greensboro, but what is up with Albuquerque? We have a focused project designed to achieve early advances in automation operations through existing partnerships with advanced autonomy developed already operating in the region. Wow, interesting. Reliable Robotics. Have you guys heard of this company? What is that?
No.
Wow. Okay, this eVTOL pilot program is covering a lot of U.S. We have lead states: Florida, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York, Louisiana, Texas, New Mexico, and Utah. Interesting. Some of us live in some of these places.
Yep.
We have California participating. And yeah, very interesting. So I'm interested. What is Reliable Robotics? No one's ever heard of this company. Ooh, okay. Okay, nice little load. Oh, I like their website. Straight to a video of you flying.
It's
Oh,
a caravan.
this looks like a, like, yeah, okay. This is not.
So it's just a
eVTOL.
yeah, it's just an they've probably just got all sorts of stuff in it where it does you can modify an existing airplane.
Oh, this is a cool site though. I'm scrolling and it's, oh, all this is happening as I scroll. This is cool. Look, if I go back, this is, no, it's plain. This is so cool.
That must be the Hawthorne Airport.
It's like a paper airplane.
It is. That's
Yeah, they could have made the design a little nicer, but
that's true. Yeah, it's like
this is a pretty cool experience. Oh wow.
good job, Johnny. Great
Remotely
website.
piloted. No, this is dope actually. I like this.
Can I ask you a question, Mark?
Yeah.
So when Brandon says they're laser focused on the X7, I imagine there's traditional steps that companies take in making things in aerospace. At what point does it become a non-traditional trajectory and the company has like an option to turn left, to turn right, to do as they please? Like, because I imagine there's an orderly traditional sequence of events, and then at what point is it like up to them to like, we're gonna do this now, we're gonna do this now? Like, can you just map that out for us, please?
Sure. If you want to be successful, you follow the program plan and what you said you were going to do. If you are going to go left and right and jump around and jump into all sorts of things, you pretty much need to be Elon Musk with bottomless pockets. And then you could do that because you can hire whoever you want to go off and do all these pet projects and do all these cool like little things and drive them to do it. But like any of these companies that are out there now, if they keep, oh, we're going to go and if you're going to start changing things or constantly changing course, you're never going to get to your chances of being success of your original plan are going to go down precipitously.
Oh, of course.
So long story short, if you have unlimited funds, you can do whatever you want. Like Andrew, like look at Palmer Luckey or Elon Musk, right? Unlimited funds pretty much. So at least relatively, like Elon can throw $1 billion at something and not even think about it, right?
Yeah.
Palmer could probably do the same thing. Horizon doesn't have that flexibility right now. So
Of course.
it's at least that's my opinion. Now, again, a billionaire can walk in and say, "Hey, I really like what you're doing. I want to give you $1 billion," and then you'd be like, "Okay, great, yeah, we're going to change course because either an investor came in and is driving this, or the government came in and gave us some enormous contract because this is now needed," right? I mean, who knows? Let's say the Canadian government was like, for some reason Iran was laying mines in the St. Lawrence Seaway, right? And the Canadian government was going to be like, all right, we need an autonomous flying airplane that can hover and just do like SAR and fly over and find these mines with sensors and do it autonomously. And the Canadian government would be like, all right, we're granting this to Horizon. We're giving them $2 billion for this because we need it immediately. And we're forcing them to team with Bombardier and other, Canadian partners and blah, 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 blah. Of course, they would most likely be like, they'd come on the next conference call and be like, yes, we're changing courses because we have this enormous influx of money to do it. It's just a function of influence, and what influences anything is having the capital to do it.
Yeah, of course. And I was more thinking long term. Like that's why I said traditional. Like from what Brandon said, focus on the X7. They're gonna make the one full scale prototype. That'll do its thing. and then they can make another one that just takes off like a regular airplane to test the speed and all
Yep.
that stuff. Make another
CTOL.
one to focus. Yep, CTOL, and then make another one to focus on the vertical. Like all that's very forward marching and seems within
Mm-hmm.
the plan. I was just curious, after all that, because that's all linear, makes sense. That's what
Yep.
they've said. I was
Yeah.
curious, what would be the exact point where it's almost like they haven't shown their cards yet. Like they've communicated to us what they're going to do, and that's all pretty set in stone. But I was just curious from your viewpoint, at what point does it become they have options if they want to go this route, that route? But in the end, it does seem like it's going to be pretty straight across the board, like what they've said. Maybe
Yeah.
like in their elasticity of how they get there, like anything like they could do to
Yeah.
make something
Well,
faster or whatever. That was kind of just my question. Like anything you
the
thought.
only way to get something quick, if you want to increase the speed of the program, you have to just dump more money into it. Like literally, because that just requires more people. More people can design parts quicker. Basically you are buying design because it requires people to do that. So if you want to increase the speed of the program, you just increase the cost of it. It's and that's very much like the defense industry, like, and typically in the defense industry, you get behind, you get overweight, and then you go to the government and you say, well, we need to get back on schedule, but in order to get back on schedule, we need to throw money at the problem.
Hmm.
So for Horizon, like, for you could use the example again, say they've developed the X7 and they've gone down that road, and then someone comes to them with a requirement that says, we would like you to relook at the amphibious, an amphibious platform. We think that this would be a great platform, and we're going to give you the money to do it. And they could be like, all right, yeah, we'll hire some more people, and they can go off and they'll modify our existing airframe to be amphibious. Otherwise, you don't really start doing that until you're revenue generating, right? Like
Hmm.
you got to be able to back it up. So they it would be years and years into the program until it's just like, all right, we're not, like, my previous employer was Gulfstream, and Gulfstream does not launch a new aircraft program until they have probably 100 to 150 aircrafts already like committed. Like they
Like
are like
sold.
they already sold, well, not sold, but you don't, but they have hard commitments. Like people are in line waiting and says,
Hmm.
yes, I'm number 58 in line, and there is a number 68 in line, and there's a number 102 in line. And back when I first got into Gulfstream on the 650 program, that airplane was such a hot commodity in the like early 2000 teens that people were selling their positions for like millions of dollars more. Like you'd be like, yeah, I'm number 8 in line, and some dude who wanted a 650, like he would just be like, who's gonna, I'll pay 15,000 or $15 million more. And that guy was like, perfect, I'll give you my slot. And he just kept flying his older Gulfstream and waited a couple years, and basically got a $15 million discount, right? Or something of that, like that was happening at that point. So um if the product is in that big of demand, you'll start to see that where you'll get all these placeholders, and then Horizon or any company with that type of demand can go to an investor and say, listen, we're like, General Dynamics bought Gulfstream because of the 650 program and because of their demand. Like General Dynamics as a defense contractor saw that, which owns Gulfstream, came in and saw that they have they had such a big backlog for the 650, and this is 2008 2007 timeframe, and maybe it was even a little bit earlier. Um and so they said, yeah, we're going to buy we're just going to buy the entire company. And since then, General Dynamics has dumped billions of dollars into Gulfstream. But now you have 650, you have an entire new line of or generation of aircraft that came out of that. So I think again to tap back into it, all comes down is can visionaries with the money see what your product is going to be, and if they can see that and they want to leverage different products off of your product line, they'll step in and give you the money upfront or back you, and then the rest is history. But
That
if
makes a
you
lot
are
of
sitting,
sense.
but if you're sitting on $20 million in cash to build a prototype, which is what Horizon's at right now, or what they claim they're at, their cash burn, which is very small. They've got to be laser focused on, we've just got to get to the next step, prove our concept, and then we can go through our next funding stream to get to the next step of $500 million to $1 billion and get our stock price and our market cap up, and then we can, so
Yeah. No, I
so
appreciate you answering my question. I realized they're just marching forward in traditional manner to get to the full scale. All these other possibilities, they're just too far out to,
yeah, they're not out buying
mathematically.
airports. Yeah, they're not out buying
Yeah.
airports and making promises
Yeah.
they can't keep.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? You reminded me of something too. Just an aside, different ticker, but hey, we talk different tickers sometimes. You know that Mobex, those guys that were 15 cents, and then they released that Tomahawk news, and then they went up like 1,000% up to like $1.50, and then they
I know.
retraced, and then they released that we're still partnering with Gulfstream. You made me think about it, Gulfstream. And then they're doing what Horizon did, because Horizon, everybody's saying Horizon's gonna get delisted, blah blah blah. And that's when we were buying. We were like, no, they're not. And then that was great,
Uh-huh.
right? But I'm just curious, since you worked at Gulfstream, do you know anything about Mobex? I'm just curious because I got in
I
today at 65 cents because I was like, because I'm like, these guys know how to make their stocks move, man. It's like if they don't want to get delisted, they're not going to get delisted. Like they got the shit
what did they claim? What did they claim the partnership is?
let me check. Let me check. It was Mobex and Gulfstream. Let's see.
And what does Mobex do?
Stream. I believe they do like chips or something. They do chips, some chips. Let's see.
He's like, I don't know. I just threw money at it.
I just threw money at it. I just threw money at it. I just threw money. No,
That's cool.
I watched the CEO interview about it. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh, we know what you're saying.
I know what a tomahawk is. I know what a tomahawk is. I'll tell you that. Yeah. So Gulfstream, Mobex receives new orders as Gulfstream aircraft production. Mob Labs components are integrated in Gulfstream aircrafts. As Gulfstream production continues, suppliers already designing into the platform. Let's
So are they
see.
they're just a supplier to Gulfstream?
Yeah, Gulfstream aircraft critical onboard electronics. That's what
Okay.
critical electronics, and they're also
Okay.
in the Tomahawks. They're doing Tomahawks too.
All right. Well, those fly as well. So yeah, they sound like they're just a supplier. They're a supplier to just the industry, and they're selling. Yeah. So
Yeah, but it's all good. We got in at 65 cents today. It's okay. It's all good.
It's fine. He's going for the picks and shovels, I guess.
Yeah, I want to see another success story. I want to see another. Take that, NASDAQ. We're hovering over $1 for 10 days straight. How about them apples? It did go for, it was going down, But anyway, yeah, Mobex supplies high reliable electronic components used in Gulfstream aircraft and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, that was my question. I wasn't sure if you heard anything about Mobex at your time at
I
Gulfstream.
I
Thank you for
I
answering.
have yeah I
Uh,
have never heard of them, but I'm also not on the I wasn't on the electronic side. So yeah.
Thank you. I'll let you guys know how my Mobex saga
Yeah,
goes.
yeah. Let us know how Mobex goes.
Anthony,
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
garlic, dude. Jeff is saying.
Yeah, for real. I took garlic this morning. It was great. You guys been taking
take-
yours?
I take it
Everyone
from time
knows
to
you're on
time.
the garlic.
Yeah.
I think that's funny.
I take it from time to time.
Athletic Style also threw money at Mobex before it went public. My initial investment took a hit. I hope it comes back. Oh, so he's down. Well,
Wow.
well,
Anthony,
they're
you've
gonna.
got,
you heard it here. Anthony's in Mobex now. Anthony's
yeah.
got some good
How is
calls.
1-800-Flowers doing?
Oh, it's not doing. Yeah, good
I broke
question.
even. I got out. I broke
You
even
got-
because I was like, why am I waiting for this? Why don't I just keep it on my watch list and the day it pumps, then just jump in and ride the wave early? Because at least I'm watching it.
I got to get Trevor back on at least once a week to give me
Yeah.
some confidence, because
Matan, that was
otherwise
awesome.
I'll get out.
You're just like,
He's so convincing, dude. He's so convincing.
Oh, that's me
Yeah.
on SCWO. I gotta wait till SCWO. Goes
Really,
to
I
$8.
haven't made a video talked about it in a minute. You know what? I'm
Yeah,
actually a little disappointed.
What have they been up to? Like,
the guy that we toured the facility with, Jim. Do you remember? We went with Jim and Ben.
yeah.
So
Is
one of
Jim
them,
gone?
Jim is the one who was super bullish on the company, and like, he was the one who was talking it up a lot more. The investor relations guy. Yeah. He's gone. He's looking for a job. Yeah.
They fired him.
Oh,
I don't know if they
Stick with
fired
her,
him,
man.
but he
Jeez.
posted on LinkedIn that
That's
he's
messed up.
looking for a new job. He's, that was his old company.
Oh man. Well, didn't they just hire a new CEO now?
Yes. So maybe he did get fired.
Yeah, the new CEO probably came in and is just like, all right, you're out of here.
Yeah. I don't know.
So-
Cleaning house a bit. Oh,
All right,
update on Duro. Sorry guys, I really haven't been doing much YouTube, and I haven't made a video on Aduro in forever. I really have to make one. I really like Aduro, guys. I'm still in the company. I haven't sold a share. Honestly, the only thing I'm looking to sell now is when I break even a little, maybe on my Joby and Archer. I want out of those. And
you're gonna get out?
Yeah, and I'm looking also to sell my Zim stock when it hits 30. It's at 28 right now. I'm at like 17. That one popped off because they are, I don't know, maybe I should hold, but their Zim stock is selling to a German company. It's not going to be public anymore. It's going to go private at $35 a share. It's currently at $28 a share. To anyone who believes the company will sell, this is a very easy trade. Buy at 28, it's selling at 35. Pretty decent gain from that. But do your due diligence. There is a chance that the deal might not go through. Zimstock is a big company in transporting like goods and stuff. They're based and headquartered in Israel. And they're just worried about selling it to the Germans, not because they're German, but because not any other company in the it's like a very big thing in the government has like a say and can veto it basically, because it could be a very important essential company to the state of Israel, if cargo and things get stopped from being shipped. So, and they're the biggest shipping supplier there. So I don't know, there's actually 4 reasons that the stock can get stopped. And the biggest reason I think might just be from the Israeli government. So you never know, but they have a full offer for $35 a share. It's like $4.2 billion. The company's at like 3.57 or something. So pretty good upside, decent upside for a pretty easy trade. I don't know when it'll happen, but yeah, just wanted to mention we got Zim. And Aduro update. You wanted an update on Aduro, I guess. I'm holding. They are actually same as SCWO. SCWO, I'm waiting on, like they're supposed to have some big report showing how like strong their product is, and that it's like doing 99% of 99.999 7 nines actually, to be precise.
Damn.
Of cleaning shit up basically. So that's good for SCWO. And Aduro is commercializing. They just got a big deal with Shell. I don't know how many years or some contract, but we're finally going to see some revenues out of Aduro, and that's what I'm excited for. So the update on Aduro is whenever they have their next quarter earnings or something, or maybe the next one after that. I'm not too sure. But we're finally going to see revenues from what was a pre-revenue company worth like $500 million. And if the revenues are what people expect or better, then holy shit, this company is going to be doing awesome stuff. And I'm very excited. So it's actually a very big make or break moment for Aduro, and I should probably make some video update on that. But the stalker is hovering pretty well, and could be a great time to buy. So we'll see what's up with that. But yeah, that's pre-revenue still, and looking forward to seeing what the revenues will be. Anyways, I think that's it. We're an hour and 10 minutes in. Is there any last thing you guys want to go over, hover, any other updates of any other stocks or whatever?
Yes. Speaking of Chevron and oil, hey, Death Smiles, you're
Yeah.
very into commodities and gold and these things. What are your thoughts on this oil situation? Because oil was jamming like $120 a barrel. Then the powers that be said it's all fine, nothing to see here. Then it kind of retraced a little bit, but it sure hot hell is still a lot higher than it was before. What do you think about the oil thing? You think it's like there's like a lag, and then reality will set in, and then there's going to be another, because them meme stocks, these oil companies are banging, man, and they went down and buy the dip and then they go up again. What are your thoughts on the price of oil? Because you know a lot about commodities and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, with the oils, everything's running up, and I still have CESDF or CEU in Canada, and they basically have more than half of the market share for maintaining all the pipelines. It's been doing really good for me, man. I'm about triple what I was a year and a half ago, and it keeps paying me a dividend. And it's kind of one of those stocks where if the oil goes up, it goes up, but when oil goes down and everybody else goes down, it seems to not do that. So that for me has been my big oil play. I don't have much to say about any of the other guys because I don't like, how all this geopolitical bullshit basically causes the prices to run up and run down, and this could happen tomorrow. I don't like any of that. The set in stone is they have to be maintained. These derricks have to be maintained. The pipelines have to be maintained. There's specialty chemicals that get used to do that, and all of that comes out of Texas and comes out of Canada, and this company handles all that. So that's my big oil play, but not oil play. You know what I mean? Because then you're in with the oil game. When the oil prices jump, it goes right along with it. But when they all crash, it's not really affected that much. Plus, they pay you a dividend the whole way along, which is great.
It's like selling shovels during the gold rush. Don't worry about the gold. Shovels. What was the ticker again?
So in Canada, it is CEU. And then here, the USA, it's CESDF.
Thank you.
And
By the way,
Canadian Energy Services.
All right, so you think the barrel will go up to 200, 150, or you think we're chilling around here for a little bit?
It's all geopolitical. It all depends on what lights off or what doesn't light off.
It just depends on what Trump does tomorrow, dude.
Roger, it really does.
Okay.
That or what missiles actually hit their targets in Arab countries.
Yeah, I mean, to me that it's a gamble. So if you want to play it, there's some risk reward there. Go for it. But to me, I like to play it safe. So I've been in CESDF for a good year or two, and I've been really happy with it.
Yeah, that all makes a lot of sense. I appreciate you sharing your viewpoint about that. It's very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
By the way, I mentioned SCWO. We met with Jim, and it was actually Brad.
Yeah,
not Ben.
And Jim's gone.
Yeah, Jim's gone.
Let's get Jim back on the channel.
Yeah, hell yeah! Now that he's not working there, we're like we can pick his brain for real.
Be like, Jim, what do you think now, bud? No,
I don't
you can
know. I don't
talk.
know if that would be a bad look for him. I don't know if he would say much, but
Yeah, it's a good point. Well, who
but
knows? He may say
they
a
actually
lot.
where we were. Yeah, he did say where we were in Orlando. That we were there during their like testing phase, sort of.
Uh-huh.
They finally completed that. So just a little news on that. They're like fully completed on that, and they actually got a 5-year contract with additional 2 years for their
Yeah.
full scale version of their SCWO destroying machine, which Brad says here, and I quote, "The city's approval marks an important milestone as we transition from demonstrated destruction technology to a scalable service platform designed to
Yeah.
meet growing demand of PFAS destruction. They'll be getting consistent revenues, which we'll finally see what that looks like, how profitable it'll be. So their next earnings will be very interesting to definitely look out for, and maybe might even blow up the company if we start seeing consistent, like whatever the revenues are, basically you can times that to the next 5 years. So and then you can only imagine them getting new contracts and new deals, so the revenue should only be growing. So whatever it should be at least a fixed steady state plus more and more.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
pretty interesting what will be going on with them. And we'll definitely look at their next earnings, maybe even stream it. But yeah, that's enough about other companies. Anything else about Hover, guys? Should we wrap up
Yeah,
here?
yeah. My final viewpoint about it, I worry zero about my hover. Like, there's so many tickers doing random things, geopolitical this and fluff and lies and all that stuff. My portfolio is like 98% hover. I lose zero sleep about it. It's fantastic. Like, their transparency, the practicality of what they're doing, the things that the experience they have, they've seen behind the curtain, they know what's needed and wanted. They've reverse engineered the situation backwards to give the people what they need. Like, these guys are a shoe in. Like, it's crazy. I love it. I highly recommend, people load up on Hover. Everybody knows it's happening. It's fantastic. It's like you get in, you wait. You wait till the strategic partnerships are announced. You wait till the full scale's done. You could, sweat your balls off and have lots of stress, with other tickers and stuff. There's millions of tickers. Some people find great ones. Decimal's got some great picks. And you guys got your SCWO. You know what I'm saying? And it's like there's so many tickers, and like people lying to us, and like they just want to dilute. They just want to give you a false picture so they can dilute your ass. I see a future. Where Hover's float is under 100 million. This thing's banging up in the 20s, you know what I'm saying? Not far out into the future, with the fib retracement just this year, end of the year, full scale. We could be hitting 18, 15. We could be hitting these stellar numbers. I'm buying my mom a house. It's going to be fucking awesome.
That would be awesome. Can't wait.
Thank you, Brandon. Keep up the good
Buying
work.
a house and loading it with garlic.
That's right.
The house. Yeah, he's gonna buy the house of garlic.
My mom takes garlic. She loves it. She eats real healthy. Go, Mom.
Really? Wow, nice.
But yeah, investor relations, Matt. He's posting more. It's they're really
Matt's
getting.
great.
Yeah, he's great. He communicates to people. Like, these other companies ghost you. Their website, they ain't even there. It's like you're talking to like robots or something. Like, these are like real people with like aptitude and actual personal ethics and intelligence. Like this is a fantastic outfit. Like, anybody that can get into Hover now, it is a very, very fantastic place to be.
Anthony Superfan here in the chat, Raymond Levy, he agrees with you. His sentiment is as well as you, Tony. Not losing any sleep owning Hover. And
That's great.
yeah, I'm not either, actually. A little more worried just about the market as a whole. Kind of waiting for things to rally back up, but yeah, Hover is definitely gonna be. Honestly, I look at these companies as like, if one of them even, if Hover 10, 100x's like we expect and want, all the other ones doesn't matter what they do, if they all go to zero, because your portfolio will be well above what it's at right now if these if even if you just have 10% of your portfolio in Hover or 5%, if it 100x's, I mean, holy shit, what is that?
Oh, hey, more breaking news.
Oh, let me put it up.
Waiting for my
Breaking
10
news.
seconds. Stay thinking. Question everything.
That was a breaking news. Okay, I thought you had something for real. Yeah,
No, I
let's
was just
wrap
messing
up.
with you. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
breaking news.
actually,
Joby buys Archer
breaking news. I got a
in a
new
hostile
Tesla water
takeover.
bottle.
What do you got there?
That's nice.
A Tesla water bottle.
A Tesla water
Wow.
bottle? That's cool.
Wow.
What's Tesla going to do this year? Are they finally going to break out, or is Tesla just doing Tesla? When are we going to get a flying car?
I don't know. Oh, but other news. I can now put like a shop on my videos, which is cool. So if you want to buy this awesome chair that you've seen on my videos, this is an awesome Herman Miller chair. It's like $1,000. Beautiful. You see it on movies. It's all over the place too.
What is it?
And
the
then
chair
the
you're
Whoop,
sitting in?
this is the best thing for your health. I think this is something mandatory. The government should pay with like our Social Security or insurance or whatever. But this is like a health monitor. Really great. I would give it to your grandma, your grandpa as well. Just tracks people's health 24/7. It's awesome. You don't have to take it out to charge. You charge it here. It's really cool. The Whoop. I will link it below. And I get like a little 10% commission. So that's pretty cool.
Look at that. And tell me about this chair. $1,000 chair?
Yeah.
The chair you're sitting in?
Well,
Does it vibrate?
Yeah, does it
I
vibrate?
bought a
Does
new
it run
chair.
the
This
balls?
one's 300.
Vibrate your balls.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a little more comfortable, but this is like just the coolest looking chair. It just looks awesome.
And that's $1,000?
Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
You know what? When you buy a good story about this chair, when you buy good quality stuff, the companies treat you well. Okay. I got this chair delivered in a box. First of all, huge box, and the box was upside down. Okay. And it's not like IKEA where I built the chair. This chair had to build. It took a while. It was annoying. Anyways, this is actually more than 1,000. It's like 1,150 or 200 because I even bought custom wheels for it. Oh my god!
Wow.
That's
American company or Italian?
I bought custom wheels for it that are like hubless caps. It's cool. Anyways,
Hubless caps.
Is that an
I
American
installed
company?
that myself. No.
He's got spinners and lights.
No, it's actually a wheels I found online. It's only made for a specific Google product. And I reached out to the company and waited months until they had it when Google placed a big order. So they just placed an extra one for me. So it's not even wheels you can buy.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. That was super extra. I really wanted some really good wheels.
If the guy can buy a
chair.
$500 hat,
But wait,
if the guy can buy, he can
the
buy
story-
a $1,200 chair.
Exactly.
Yeah. But the
He's
story
probably got
goes,
some $2,000 flip flops.
the story goes, when you buy good stuff, companies treat you right. So I got the box delivered upside down, and I was upset because then the top of this was a little bent. Okay, it was just a little bit bent. It's no big deal. Fully built, good chair, but it was just a little bent because it
wasn't perfect. Yeah.
I was disappointed. I spent $1,000. So I reached out to them. I took a picture. I'm like, can you guys switch it out for me? They're like, you know what? We're just gonna send you a new one. Donate it, give it to someone who needs it. The other one.
Yeah.
So I gave it to my mom. So I got 2 chairs for the price of one, just for complaining and that. And that's not the first time. I don't remember what else I got like that. But when you spend a lot on high quality, even the hat, if I get any little scratch or whatever, I can go for free and they'll fix it.
That's because you spent $1,200 on a $50 chair, and they'll keep throwing you $50 chairs.
Yeah. Believe me, if you go get a 1,200, I won't say it.
You know what I'm saying, though. Like, you spend all that extra money, that's the way you're going to get treated because you've overpaid.
Do you allow people to eat in that chair?
Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah. I'm not a freak.
It's like white colored. It's a white chair. I was just curious. You
It's
want to
gotta
drop some
be- it's meant to
McDonald's
be
ketchup
used.
on there or something.
It's meant to be used. I've been using it the whole time on my channel if no one's noticed, but I just got
Matan,
this
I
new
won't
chair.
bust you though, because I mean, think about it. You spend a lot of if you spend a lot of time in the chair, it's important. Same thing as like a mattress, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
I have
like-
an expensive mattress too. What kind of mattress do you have?
So actually, well, I'm disappointed on it because I bought one. It was from the Westin. It's like a mattresses that the Westin uses,
Oh,
or not the Westin. What's the really expensive? Yeah, I think it's no.
the
What's the
Wynn
really
in Vegas?
what's that?
I don't know
What's a really high end hotel? It's
Four
The
Seasons?
Wynn?
No, maybe it is the Westin. But anyway, I bought this damn mattress from like the Westin store because it's the only mattresses that they use in their hotels, and of course it's a high end place. And the mattress actually sucked. But my thought process is I spent $2,000 on a mattress because you spend a third of your life in bed, so I want to
I
sleep
agree.
well.
And you should test them out. I wasn't sure. I wanted to buy an 8 sleep, but I wasn't sure. That's like the hype online. It's like, oh, you can make it's like a tech mattress. You can make it cool and warm.
Yep.
And I just went to a store to try it out, and I liked the purple. The purple was more expensive even than the 8 sleep, but I loved it. It's so much better. And in this chair, I just saw
Is that
online.
what you got?
And this chair I bought, and you know what? It's not that comfortable. I didn't sit in it until after I bought it. And this one, I didn't even want a new chair. I already had this $1,000 chair, but I sat on it in Office Depot because it looked really comfortable. It looked nice. And then I sat on it and I'm like, wow, this is so much more comfortable than my chair.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think just sitting and experiencing it is better. And yeah, I did buy the purple after I tried it out. That's what I have, the purple.
But it's comfortable.
It's comfortable, yeah. Yeah. And then I even got sold more in the store. I didn't just buy the mattress. I bought like a special, covers for it that like will never get the mattress dirty and all this bullshit.
So what'd you drop on it? What'd you drop?
And then I bought the bottom base of the of the mattress that like moves the mattress like up and down your feet.
You spent $5,000, didn't you?
Like 4K, yeah, like 4,
okay.
4.2 or something.
But again, like if someone was like, "Yeah, I went and bought a $4,000 car," you'd be like, "Yeah, you bought a shit box, right?" Like,
yeah.
So,
and I like to buy it outright too. I didn't even finance it or something. And
yeah.
Honestly, when I bought an iPhone once, I bought an iPhone from T-Mobile instead of Apple for the first time, and I was so surprised when the guy said like, "How are you paying?" I said, "I'm paying like," and he put it automatically on like a payment plan. And I'm like, no, I want to pay the whole thing. He was so surprised. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
$1,000 iPhone.
It's probably really durable too. Like that chair will last 100 years. That's $20 a year. That's not bad. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
the same with the iPhone and whatever you use all the time. I find it crazy that people put a $5 case on their $1,000 iPhone.
Yeah.
And everyone has a clear case that yellows and is so ugly and shit. And like people's phones crack and they don't replace it. I'm like, just freaking get a new screen protector already.
Yeah,
or the yellow cases drive me insane. Like so gross.
Face it, Matan. People don't have standards like you do.
I know.
It says a lot about Matan. He's got standards with quality and longevity. That's why he's a long-term investor. All these other people are shopping at Walmart buying plastic garbage. You know what I'm saying? This guy's buying stuff that's quality. You want quality, you got to pay for that.
That's right. All right, gentlemen, I gotta go. Matan, do your thing.
Yeah. Last comment here by Raymond Levy, Anthony's super fan. I think the Hustle brothers are gonna be more focused on investing with Hover. They're frustrated about all the lawsuit gate crappy, but I'll hold on yet buy some more Hover. I gotta look more into that lawsuit, and maybe we'll talk about that on the next channel. We gotta wrap up here. One more by Raymond, just a penny stock for your thought. Oh, RNWF. Okay, I'll look into that. I imagine if I could hit the jackpot on it with it, then buy more Hover. Interesting.
Like it.
All right.
Just buy.
Thanks for hanging.
Thank you, gentlemen. And as always, stay thinking, guys. Question everything, and peace out.